I represent 100% of the strategic reserve of physicists in the United States Congress. I'm in fact the only natural scientist with a PhD in all of the United States Congress or the US Senate. Congress spends a long time arguing about how we divide the money that's collected from taxpayers. And I think what's underappreciated is the tremendous return on that investment that you get when you provide it for scientific research. You have to be very careful to separate the part of political debate that can use and benefit from scientific and factual input from the part that really cannot be resolved by scientists. One of the only good things that could come out of the Trump election would be an increased devotion to facts and scientific truth in our national debate. Almost every issue that we touch has a technological edge to it. Whether we're arguing about the feasibility of an electronic fence for the southern border, or talking about how we deal with the fact that China is now apparently engaging in human genetic engineering on infants. When climate change comes up, we sort of separate into our separate camps, defending or attacking scientific truth, and the pretty uniform consensus of scientists that this is a problem and that we have a limited amount of time to work on it. If you could have low-cost cures for diabetes and for Alzheimer's, there would not be a long-term problem in paying for health care for our entire population. If you actually read the text of the Iran nuclear deal, there was a one-page table of reactor core specifications that detailed the modifications the Iranians had to make to their heavy water reactor to guarantee that it could not be used to make large amounts of weapons-grade plutonium. And so Republicans and Democrats, members of Congress, would just come to me and say, "Bill, what the heck does this mean? How do I vote on this table of reactor core specifications?" And so on these things, you don't want all of Congress to be represented by scientists, but it's nice to have at least one scientist or someone who's got a technical background in the room when those discussions are taking place. And so for a long time, I've been kind of lonely here as the only PhD scientist, but things are getting better. The fundamental question that everyone has to answer is what fraction of your life you spend in service to your fellow man. This is a question that everyone has to answer. It's a question that science really is of no help. It's something that you have to look inside your spirit and the reason that you think you're on Earth. And so by separating those two and being sure that the advice I give other members of Congress and the public is segmented between the scientific advice that I can give as a scientist and my experience and feelings as a human being where I have no special expertise.